So, hi. It's been a while. 2 whole months to be exact. I know that's not the longest an art YouTuber has gone without uploads, but keep in mind, my channel started with weekly videos. Something that isn't really feasible nowadays. So, what happened? Where have I been? Allow me to explain. So, 2024 has been an interesting year. I've made a lot of jokes about how this year has basically been a rest year for the entire planet. Just a whole year where nothing really happened. From my perspective at least, it really did feel like a lot of people were reaching a simultaneous burnout in 2024. It happened with a lot of the YouTubers I'm subscribed to, and also with several of my art friends. And it also happened with me, but we'll get there in a bit. Another thought that I've had with this year is, well, it felt like it flew by way too fast. It feels like this whole year has been on fast forward and I just haven't been able to keep up. The only time I didn't really feel this was in February, when I was doing the ambidextrous challenge every day. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a video about it on my channel. That was a fun time. I'm not entirely sure why this year has been a blur, but there is one thing that comes to mind. You see, there haven't been a lot of game releases or movies or shows or anything that I've shown any interest in. This is another reason why I've told myself that 2024 is the planet's collective rest year. I've never really thought about this before, but I think part of why this year felt so fast was because I was never really waiting for anything. Like sure, Dungeon Meshi is fantastic, but I still haven't finished Season 1, so I'm not starved for content just yet. No pun intended. And I can only think of 2 games from 2024 that I was genuinely excited for, Echoes of Wisdom and Shadow Generations, both of which are pretty recent releases. Okay, pause. Editing Mirror here. I completely forgot about Princess Peach Showtime and the Thousand Year Door remake. I am a fraud of a man and cannot be trusted. Okay, back to the script. And in terms of movies, even though I don't like them as much as games and shows, the only movie of this year that I'd want to go see is The Wild Robot, which was also a recent release. I'm just hoping that next year they announce a new Kirby game. Or maybe I'll just have to pay more attention to the indie game scene or something, who knows. But all that stuff about the passage of time aside, back to the matter of my hiatus. So to those who don't remember, the last thing I released before my hiatus was a free video series about evolving my fan-made starter Pokemon. And making those videos wasn't the problem. It was a fun project, I liked the designs I came up with, and I loved making the animatics for their signature moves. Yeah, no, the problem was that I started that free video project in July. The same July where I was partaking in Art Fight for the first time. And I had a great time with Art Fight too, but I know for a fact that I would have had a better time if I wasn't doing these 2 things at once. Because having to draw fan art for my friends every day, while also working on these free videos every day to release them in a timely fashion, was quite simply a recipe for disaster! So, yeah. I really wanted to take a break after I was done with that trilogy of videos. I was feeling trapped in the cycle of constantly making videos at the time, not feeling like I had time to make the art that I actually wanted to make. At the end of the day, I just needed some time off videos to give myself space. And that really worked. I started feeling so much happier now that I wasn't constantly thinking about videos. I was drawing in my sketchbook a bit more often, I was having a lot of fun drawing my OCs, I got back into playing Touhou, and I even picked up a new game I've never played before, Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. And I had such a good time with that game, specifically on Erica Route. I haven't really started Ephraim Route yet. Although I did kind of forget about my YouTube channel for 2 whole months because of my break. And I know there's nothing wrong with taking a break, but I didn't even remember to post about it in the community tab, so sorry for leaving you guys in the dark. Not to mention... God, I can't think of a good segue for what I want to talk about next. But there's this feeling I've been having for a while. Because I've had so many ideas for stuff I want to do, but I just haven't been able to make it. I have this problem where I have so many ideas that I keep putting them off, usually because other stuff has priority. Like, I can think of art that I've genuinely wanted to make since last year, and just haven't. Because the method is being autistic and ADHD at the same time makes it really hard for me to be productive. And I definitely can't draw every idea I come up with, that's just part of being a creative person. But I think at the very least, I could alleviate this problem with my sketchbook. I don't have to make everything into a full-effort digital art piece, some of it can just be pencil on pages. And besides, lately I've been wanting to draw more stuff with my OCs on social media, specifically with Kylan's party and the other characters from that story. Those guys have had a bit of a resurgence as of late, and I'm absolutely going to keep the ball rolling. Really want to get them ingrained into my follower base's memory. But in regards to my YouTube videos, now that I'm back, I do think that I want to dial back my video uploading rate. I've definitely talked about wanting to do this before, but yeah. Whenever I work on videos, I get less time to enjoy the things I love, and I'm not totally on top of that work-life balance yet. Even though YouTube isn't my job, far from it, but... So I think what I want to do is just upload less often. Besides, making less videos lets me put more thought and effort into specifically making good videos. I'll definitely aim for at least one video a month though, and I'll try to keep you guys posted in the community tab. Yeah, I know I always say that. But if you want to see more of my art in the meantime, you can just follow me on Instagram and Bluesky. That's right, I have Bluesky now. Ever since Twitter dropped its most recent bombshell, I decided to lock my account there and open up shop in a new avenue. I mean, it's not like I was posting anything on Twitter. The less I have to say about that site, the better. But yeah, I've been really liking it over on Bluesky, so I think I'm there to stay. Links to my Instagram and Bluesky are in the description, like with all of my videos. And as for what you can expect from my next video, well, for starters, I have a lot of animatics I want to work on, so you can probably expect one of those in the near future. But also, I've got a whole script ready for a storytime video, about the time I tried to go to Aldershot, but I ended up on the train to Basingstoke. I can't wait to make that video. Also, I don't know if you guys saw the recent community post or my post on Insta, but to those who didn't, it was my birthday a couple of days ago. I am now 22, and it doesn't even feel remotely different from being 21. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. 2024 may have been a rough year of burnout and nothing really happening in the world, but here's hoping next year is a lot better. And until then, well, I have been wanting to change my video outro, so here goes. This is the Mirror Samurai signing off, and I'll see you all next time. No guarantees you're actually going to hear the outro again next video. I'll think of something out.